like windy, so bad luck. I'm not in charge of the wind. I can only face my back and hopefully it doesn't knock me out. I just want to say to people that yeah, I piss farted about with the sluice again. The never ending piss farting about sluice. I done it again. Anyway, I want to show something. This is not to help no one. This is just for me. But I want to tell you because I'm excited. Before, what happens? This bloke here sits here on 4 points, 2 slots, and these 2 nuts here. Who can see that? Two slots, the 2 nuts. The 2 nuts just sit under the base of this hopper. The 2 slots is 2 lugs or 2 projections. Previously I had for a long, always I had this, like, who can see, a nut, a bolt and a nut, and it went here. This was not here, so that went through there, and it was pretty much like this, so wobbly, and rocks would get in there, and this would happen. What's supposed to happen is those slots are supposed to slide into this. Anyway, and then rocks were getting in there and this and that, and I'm pushing that. Anyway, and then it fell down and bit my finger. Who wants to see my finger? It's not like I'm going to get it amputated or nothing, but where am I pointing? Up here. Anyway, it bit me there. And a very difficult place to put a band-aid, right on the point there. But I did. Anyway, and that's that. So I got damaged for no reason. So to stop, not so much to stop the finger thing, but to stop the rocks and shit. And like, I'll show you this. This is not going to help you find gold, but it's more about, like, when you find a small thing, like you're walking around with your shoelace undone, tie it up, you know. All you're going to do one day, that foot's there, you step on your shoelace and then you take another step and down you go. Split your head open, die, ta-da, you're gone. So shit like that. Anyway, so this normally, like, would sit in there, but because it's full of rocks and this and that, and it was hard. I wasted about 7 seconds every time to muck around. Now I took them out and put some couple of things, like this is a tubular piece of brass coated in plastic with a thread in it, and I put 2 screws, one there, one there. So now when I put my hopper back, look how simple. Wait a minute. I put it there, just push it along, it's in. Take it out, it's out. Even if there was rocks, doesn't matter. Put it in, it's in, out. So that's I'm proud of that. Simple things. When you're doing something on the creek or in your life, like you've got a slow leak in your tyre, patch the fucking thing up. Don't leave it. Oh, that's all right. I can get there and back. I don't have to pump it till I get home. Fix it, and then you don't have to waste any time pumping it. I'm lazy. A lot of people are not lazy. So who am I? Anyway, that's that. The other thing I wanted to show, always water issues. Water. Before, there's an ant. I think that's a Creswick ant. Not quite sure, but I think. Before, I was mucking around here with I got another container. I put the pump in there, but the pump nearly fills the whole bloody container up, and that water emptied too quick. I hot glued this metal plate on there. It's got holes in it. Anyway, they jammed up, and water issues. Lucky I didn't. So I went back to my orange thing. Previously, the orange tub had this black thing. and it comes off. Oh, good job, super glue, whatever it's called, hot glue. I never had luck with hot glue. Anyway, used to be, I'll wedge that in, which might be a good idea. Still doesn't want to come out. What's stopping it now? Oh, this lacquer bin. The string thing. There we go. Before I had this, I actually cut the plastic container below the pump, which turned out to be a bad idea. Bad luck now. So this used to go on there, couple of screws, but it left, anyway, it left gaps here. So now, what you might not be able to see that, but that's a pair of your mum's underpants. Let me show you. Not underpants, pantyhose. Not your mum's. Someone else's mum, not mine, and not yours. Someone's. It's this thing here, and probably some men wear them. They reckon they keep you cool or warm or something in winter. Warm, I think. So this is where your arse goes in there, and then your legs, and you make like a sleeve. So I've cut the foot part, or stockings if they still make them. I don't know. Do they make them? You cut a piece. Not you cut a piece. This is what I made. I want to show you people because I like people to know how clever am I. And that. Let me pour this out. It's heavy. So it becomes like a. Who knows this? Knows what I'm talking about. Who knows what I'm talking about? Knows. You cut it. It'll be like a tube, and it stretches, and you slide it on like a sleeve. So there's a hole there, but it doesn't go through. So now I've got a nice screen, incredibly small. I need to find out. I'll buy a proper pair once. Like, I think you can get different size holes. I don't know. Hose. I think it's called hose. But anyway, so what happens? I'm not going to fire it up, but so it stops the grass and shit getting it. It's actually air bubbles there. Anyway, I don't know how long it's going to last, but that's the. Whoop. But that's on there, nice. No, extremely fine particles. None of this grass shit. Of course, now what's going to happen? This is going to get full of fibrous matter, plant matter, vegetable matter. So, but what I've found, which I'm going to get brought down once I get to the creek. I know, I always do. But what happens? Pumping. And this is sucking. But I only do a bucket at a time, of course. So if I've done it all day, I'm in trouble. So one bucket. Eventually, this fills up. But when I finish my bucket, I can either, if it doesn't look right, I can put my hand in there and do this or something. But when I finish the bucket and turn the pump off, I think, I'm not quite positive, but I think the water in this pipe, so now it drops back. So now it's going the other way for a small amount of time, whatever that amount of water is, goes down, pushes that up, and self-cleaning. It pushes that shit out of there. I mean, it's not like it's still here, but anyway, I'll find out about that. So that's something you might want to think about. Getting a pair of underpants and muck around with them. If they fit you, wear them. Anyway, that's that. Hey, this is bouncy. Oh, people hate when that happens, and I hate it. So I thought I'd show that. Here, look, I've still got a huge full tub. The top 4 inches is crap. It's got gold in it, but very little. I won't show running down, but when I get lower, because I'll be staying home for a while. I hurt myself today, a couple of days ago. I was raking shit over there, and I hurt my neck. Yeah. So anyway, and it's windy, I know. Anyway, I thought I'd show that. Look, and I've done this too. I've put this in there, just wedges in there, and now that's a bit more secure. And this came loose because I. So yeah, tinkering all the time, tinkering. Who wants to watch this tinkering shit? Can watch it. If you don't, bad luck. I'm doing it anyway. My life. I'm going to change my YouTube name. I put Gold Prospector. My friend, the Red Fox, he said, "Hey, you know what I'm going to call you now? Fiddler, because you're always fiddling with stuff." So I'm going to change my name to Fiddler Prospector. So if you see that, don't think I'm like a kiddie fiddler. It's not that kind of fiddler. It's just tinkerer. But tinkerer prospector doesn't sound. It's not the same. Fiddler prospector is good. If you've got a problem with that, well, that's your problem. I can't do nothing. So that's that. That goes on. Look, I'll show you again how quick this goes on. Put it here. Slide it. Bang on. Ta-da. Let's go get some gold. Piss this off. Oh, when I got something else to fiddle with, I'll be back. Over.